the MPs with a squatting challenge. So as of today, June 9th, people who go onto Crown lands will no longer be considered for a settlement program. If you're there already, you're there already. But we're not dealing with the new people.
The minister.
The Jamaican government is preparing to unveil a comprehensive national plan aimed at addressing the long-standing issue of informal or squatter settlements across the island. The announcement was disclosed by a permanent secretary in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Infrastructural Development, Arlene Williams, who said the initiative is intended to create a more structured and sustainable approach to communities that have developed outside of the formal land ownership system. According to Williams, the forthcoming plan will focus on regularizing eligible informal settlements while balancing the needs of residents with legal, environmental, and infrastructure considerations. The initiative is expected to provide a clear framework of determining which communities can be formalized and which areas may be unsuitable for continued occupation because of environmental risks, public safety concerns, or strategic national development priorities. Informal settlements have existed in Jamaica for decades, with thousands of families occupying land without legal title. Many of these communities have gradually evolved into established neighborhoods, but residents often face significant challenges, including limited access to proper roads, potable water, electricity, sewage systems, drainage, and other essential public services. Without legal land tenure, owners may also find it difficult to access financing, invest confidently in their properties, or transfer ownership to future generations. Government officials have indicated that regularisation is not simply about granting land titles. The process is expected to include land surveys, environmental assessments, infrastructure planning, community consultations, and collaboration with agencies responsible for housing, land management, utilities, and local government. Authorities are also expected to evaluate whether settlements are located in flood-prone areas, unstable hillsides, protected watersheds, or other environmentally sensitive locations where continued occupation may present serious risks.
People who go onto Crown lands will no longer be considered for a settlement program. If you're there already, you're there already. But we're not dealing with the new people. And after further investigations, those who sell Crown lands will be prosecuted and those who buy will lose their money. Yes. So check with the National Land Agency before you buy any cheap land. Buying land is not like buying rice and flour. There is a legal process, but always remember, if it sounds too good to be true, then it is not true. Save your money.
The planned program is likely to build on previous efforts undertaken by agencies such as the National Housing Trust, the Housing Association of Jamaica, the National Land Agency, and the Land Administration and Management Program, which have assisted eligible occupants in obtaining secure land tenure. However, officials have acknowledged that the scale of informal occupation requires a more coordinated nationwide strategy that brings multiple government entities together under a single policy framework. Experts have long argued that regularizing suitable informal settlements can generate significant social and economic benefits. Legal ownership can encourage property improvements, increase investment in communities, expand the local tax base, improve access to public utilities, and provide residents with greater security and opportunities to build wealth through home ownership. At the same time, authorities must ensure that regularization does not encourage new illegal occupation of public or private lands. The government has not yet released the full details of the policy or a timeline for implementation. However, the anticipated announcement is expected to outline eligibility requirements, application procedures, institutional responsibilities, and steps that affected communities will need to follow. Residents living in informal settlements are expected to receive further guidance once the program is officially launched. The forthcoming plan represents one of the government's most significant efforts in recent years to address Jamaica's informal housing challenge. If successfully implemented, it could provide thousands of families with a pathway toward legal land ownership while supporting safer communities, improved infrastructure, and more orderly national development. Subscribe today, turn on notifications, and never miss the stories that matter most. Jamaica News Now, your Highlands, your news, right now.